everybody, and welcome to Glorious or Rotten. This edition is going to be about the 2019 WWE Hell in a Cell, which just took place in Sacramento, California, tonight, which is October 6th, 2019. And yeah, let's just run straight through it. Fair warning, almost all the Deep Six members were together tonight except for Glenn Crawford. And we went out to dinner beforehand to a wonderful restaurant called Prospectors. So we missed the pre-show, and then to catch up for missing that, and we actually missed like the first match of the card, so we ended up going back and watching the first match, and then we ended up skipping a couple of matches because of that. So I'm just going to review what we saw. We went back and we watched the first match of the night, which was the Hell in a Cell Women's Championship match between Sasha Banks and Becky Lynch, the man. And all I have to say is this match was fantastic. Absolutely, it stole the show. These two just killed each other. This is exactly what a Hell in a Cell match should be. It was there to culminate the end of like a big rivalry, and it definitely lived up to what it should be. It was violent. It was personal. It was just great altogether. Both of these women worked super hard, and they made this work. A couple of really cool spots involving chairs and the cell and everything. My favorite was Becky and Sasha ended up setting up some kendo sticks with a chair on top of them, like in the corner of one of the cell corners, and then Becky put Sasha up on the chair and then ran off the apron and drop kicked her. It's brutal. And Becky Lynch picks up the win after a Bexploder off the top rope onto a pile of chairs and then tapping her out to disarm her. This match would absolutely get glorious for me. Fantastic match. And wow, what a great way to end the rivalry if that's how they're going to end the rivalry. So we'll see what goes on from there. The next match was the tag team match. The Tornado tag team match, actually, between Roman Reigns and Daniel Bryan versus Eric Rowan and the newly returned Luke Harper. It's great to see him back, and it's just cool to see them teaming again. They're always a great team. And it's kind of nice to see Daniel Bryan as a babyface again. I love Daniel Bryan as a heel as well, but he's such a good babyface, you can't get mad, you know. He's great in either role. So, another great match. These two, all four guys worked really well together. It was like just chaotic. There was just craziness going on throughout. It was awesome. I would just say just go watch it. Watch the first two matches of the night for sure. Those are the ones that are definitely the best, definitely the most worth watching. The baby faces picked up the win over the heels when they were able to isolate Harper after Roman hit a spear on Rowan through the one announce table. And then in the ring, Daniel Bryan was able to hit Harper with a running knee, and then Roman Reigns hit him with a Superman punch and a spear for the pin and the win. And just a great match, really fun. Another glorious for me, definitely. Then after that, we ended up skipping Ali and Randy Orton, and we also skipped most of the women's tag team championship match, so neither of them were advertised, so we weren't really that concerned with them that much. And plus we wanted to catch up to the live broadcast, which brings us to the next match we ended up seeing, which is the tag team match between the Viking Raiders with Braun Strowman versus the OC. And this was a solid match. Pretty good back and forth. Just overall fun. The Viking Raiders are just so fun. Ivar is such a good... He just can do it all. It's great. He's a powerhouse. He can fly. He can do a little bit of everything. Eric's great too. And Strowman's always fun. I love when he runs around the ring and knocks everyone over. That's my favorite spot of his now. And of course, everybody in the OC is great too. AJ Styles is one of the best wrestlers in the world, no doubt. So this ended up being a disqualification finish when the OC teamed up on Strowman and beat him down. But then after the match, Strowman got his revenge and was able to beat up... Well, the Raiders came back in and fought with the OC, or with Gallows and Anderson, and then Strowman punched out Styles. And then Styles walked away, really selling the punch. Because I guess they're really gearing up for Braun Strowman and Tyson Fury, that guy I've never heard of, who's apparently a championship boxer. I don't know. I don't care about fake fighting. Next up, we had Chad Gable versus King Corbin. And I love King Corbin. I love his new music. I just love the whole gimmick. I think he's going to do great as King of the Ring. I think he's really going to help him out. And yes, he loses and stuff, whatever. But it's just a good fit for him. He's the type of heel that can really make that work. And it looks like they're really giving a serious push to Chad Gable, and he deserves it. He's great. And he's just got that charisma. Total package right there. The match was really solid, but they've had better. Like the King of the Ring tournament final, the King of the Ring tournament final between the two was much, much better. It was such a good match, but this was solid. Nothing wrong here. And Gable ends up picking up the victory with a roll-up on Corbin and getting the upset win. And then a little bit later in the show, Corbin gets his revenge and attacks Gable backstage. So I guess their issues are not done yet. So we'll see more. And then we had the SmackDown Women's Championship match between Bayley and Charlotte Flair. And we've seen them wrestle a bunch of times before. And they've had much better matches. This was solid again, but nothing special. It was kind of short for like a major title match like that. And after Bayley tries to pick up the win with roll up with her legs on the ropes, Charlotte is able to, or the ref sees it, and then Charlotte's able to hit her with a spear, I think a big boot, and then she puts her in the figure eight and taps her out, and is a 10-time women's champion. I'm not the biggest fan of Charlotte as a babyface champion. She's much better as a heel. She wrestles like a heel. She looks like a heel. She talks like a heel. She should just mainly be a heel, but I guess Fox really wants her to be one of the faces of their product going forward. So there's that. Once again, fine. And then we came to the main event. I was really excited about this. We had The Fiend, Bray Wyatt, versus the Universal Champion, Seth Rollins, in Hell in a Cell. And I just love everything about The Fiend. His presentation, his music, his gimmick, his character, his mask, everything is so good. I love Seth Rollins too. He's a great wrestler. I just think he's good at what he does. And you know what? I enjoyed the match for what it was. It was different. They just had, they went back and forth early, and then Seth would just keep hitting him with finishers, and The Fiend would just keep getting back up. But then it started to get out of hand. I think the grand total was 14 or 15 stops. That's ridiculous. That's a little excessive. And then the match ended in disqualification. A Hell in a Cell match ended in disqualification. What? Apparently they said Seth took it too far when he piled on a chair, a ladder, and a toolbox on top of The Fiend, and then hit it with a sledgehammer. Apparently that was enough to draw a disqualification. And I didn't even mention that there were hard chair shots to the head early on in the match, or like later, a little bit before that in the match. But I don't know. Disqualification win, or win for The Fiend, technically, I guess. Which is, I don't like that at all. I think it's a stupid booking decision. And the crowd was not happy. They were pissed. There were tons of chants of, restart the match, AEW. Apparently there were refund chants. Just bad booking here. After the match, they're going to take Bray away on a stretcher, but Bray gets up and gets Seth in the mandible claw. And then he pulls up the ring mats on that, or not the mat, like the mats to expose the floor on the outside, and hits his sister Abigail and Seth out there, and then chokes him out some more with the mandible claw to give him at least a strong finish. But I can't defend this. I will absolutely give this a rotten. It's just bad booking. I wish they would have gone a different direction. Sometimes it's better to just give people what they want, even though it's predictable. Just let Bray have the dominant win over Seth. You know, Seth is great, but he can take it. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe to us on YouTube. Go like us on Facebook at Deep Six Wrestling. And, you know, like and comment our videos if you enjoy what we're doing. And also go follow us on Twitter, also at Deep Six Wrestling. Thank you guys so much, and have a glorious day.